So, hello, and this is more like it. As you can see behind me, I've got two not quite wet people following me. We're in Anglesey still, and I'm shouting because my microphone is inside my coat. I'm at a place called Parys Mountain, and this place is like a lunar planet. You could almost think we were on Mars, to be honest, but the weather has turned drastically from the last few videos you've seen me in. We've been out, me and Darren have been out the last few weeks and done some things, and I've been out with Nigel in Elan Valley, and yeah, it's been gorgeous. We've had some great light and some great weather, but this place is like a last resort for the conditions. The conditions have been rain since first thing this morning, sideways wind, and we're in 40-mile-an-hour winds, I think we're in, aren't we? 40-mile-an-hour winds, which is great. I love this stuff, but taking photographs in it and definitely videoing it is nearly on impossible. So I don't know whether you can hear me. This is going to be a hit-miss video, but I'm lining up my first shot at the moment as we talk. Behind you, which I'm going to spin you around, behind you you've got this little tower, and you've got all these colours, and this is Parys Mountain. Parys Mountain is made up by the copper mine, or copper quarry, or copper mine, and all these colours of the rocks are all natural, and it's an absolutely stunning place when it's wet because it brings out all the colours. But I want to get a picture with that little tower in it and this set of sort of humps and bumps with different colours in it. So I'm going to probably go and stand over on top of that building there and get a shot from over there. I have no idea what this video is going to turn out like. There's no planning gone into this. We've just turned up. I've literally forced the two guys to get out of the van. No, that's a lie. I forced all three of us to get out of the van because we've all been sat in Nigel's van as far apart as we possibly can. We've all been done. We've all been nipped and snipped, or whatever it's called, inoculated, vaccinated and stuff like that. So we're edging our bets. But yeah, we've been sat in the van drinking coffee, eating Twixes and stuff like that, and talking garbage really, slagging the world off, putting the world to rights as you do when it's raining and you can't get out. But yeah, welcome to another one. If you're with me for this is going to be interesting and messy. So let's get a composition, let's get a photo set up and see if we can do something in these horrendous conditions. I've got a baby tripod, that's all I've got, and I've got my XT4 with virtually a kit lens on it, a tiny little lens, and that's it. I think Nigel's going to have a nose and see what's in there. But let's get up on this roof, let's see if I can set up a picture. At least it's flat, and yeah, I'm loving this. This is I've so needed some wind and conditions and rain. I love these things. It's just so hard to take pictures and video in it. So let's get a shot set up, and if I don't talk you through it, it's because it's impossible to let go of two things or do two things at once in these conditions. And there's lots more rain coming behind me, lots more. Speak to you in a bit. Enjoy this image to start off, and away we go. Right, so I managed to get the camera on the tripod, and like I say, it's only on a baby tripod. So what I've tried to do to compensate the shutter speed, to get my shutter speed up a little bit, is I've upped my ISO to 400. This is giving me a shutter speed of 125th of a second, and on the tripod it should be pretty good. But we've got these lovely colours. Let's show you what I've got. I've got these lovely colours down here in the bottom left hand side, and then you've got this little tower. If I zoom in, I can try and show you what it is I'm looking at. I've got something like this. I've got these nice bright colours down here with the tower up on the top left hand side, and then I've also put it so the tower's on the top right hand side. But I just love these mounds of coloured sort of light yellows and stuff like that. So that's my first one. I've already got that done, and all I've got to do now is just keep the camera dry, keep walking around, and let's hope for the best. If it starts raining, I'll put the camera back in the bag. But yeah, these are the conditions I love. But on the baby tripod, it's going to make it quite hard. So let's just keep going, find some images and just snap away in this weather, because the grey skies, the moody colour skies, and the colours just really do work well together. Look at them clouds going on up there. They are amazing, absolutely fantastic. I've just set up and taken a horizontal shot and I want to go for a vertical, so I've got you in my hand, I'm trying to balance the camera, I'm on a mini baby tripod that really shouldn't be handled in conditions like this, but it's got to be done. I'm going to break the rules on this one. I'm going for a 50-50 shot. I'm going to put, I don't even know if it's going to work, but I could always crop a bit off the sky and make it work if I have to after. So I have gone for a boulder, and I'll flip you around while I'm talking. I've gone for a boulder in the bottom corner, and don't forget I'm going that way round, so I'm shooting the boulder, then I'm leading up to the line, then I've got the tower, and then I've got these big puffy clouds in the top end. So I didn't even know my Osmo did that, but I've just managed to flip it around onto a horizontal, so I don't know what that's going to look like to you guys. But yeah, that cloud is so dark, so dark. The boulder just gives you some base foreground interest, and this place I'm going to get Darren to remember because he stood to my left, but this place is going to be fantastic when the heather comes out. So I'm bracketing my I'm not bracketing my shots, but I'm taking different focus positions. I'm at f8 on this little baby lens. This is what is classed as the kit lens, but apparently it's a fantastic lens, and I just don't use it enough. But I just love that boulder, and you've got the lovely leading line taking you all the way up to the tower. So I think that's another quick snap, boshed out the bag, and we were all worried about getting out of the van, but you know what? In a minute, this place is going to light up because there's blue skies behind us. This is going to be fantastic. I can see these two running back to the car and getting their cameras, because all Darren's shooting on is his phone, and don't get me wrong, he does pretty well with his phone, and all Nigel's got is a little tiny pocket Sony thing, and again he does pretty well with it. So that's it. I'm the only one with a camera at the moment, but wow, fantastic. Let's go again. There's a bit of water over to the right hand side. Have you just been to that water? There's a bit of water to this right hand side, so I'm just going to have a look over here. See, this camera's so light attached to this tripod that the tripod picks it up easily. Well, the camera picks the tripod up easily. But that sky is so dark, and these colours are so vivid. Oh, see me? See me? This is the weather I enjoy. This is the excitement. This is the fun. This is the adrenaline I enjoy. Yeah, we've got another leading line, tower. The tower's shrunk a little bit, but I think it'll work just the same. So I'm gonna pop these two images up. Let me know which one you prefer, the one with the rock or the one with the water, and I'm gonna get on with looking for something else. As you can see, the sun's come out behind me as this flare above my head, and I've got my muff out a little bit now, but don't tell everybody. I've just been up here. I'll just show you where I've been. That's where I've just been, up on that mound there. I just scrambled up the top and got on the top there just so I could shoot the tower again from a different angle. And on the way back down, I slipped and slid down the bank. So my Valerets are now not black anymore. They've got a nice tinge of yellows and pinks and oranges and all sorts of colours. And so is my backside. But look at this, what we're looking at now. Just have a look at this. Look at that place. How amazing is all of this colour? There's a cave over there, but this is just absolutely spectacular. Just look at it. How fantastic is that for a photograph? And I'm just zooming in to get just the colours and just the texture down in the bottom. So I'm just looking at that sort of thing as an image. So I've got all these colours and textures and the few layers leading back and the cave down there. So I've gone in tight. I did take one with the sky in it, but because you've got buildings and things, I don't think it's the same, but just this section down here is absolutely fantastic. So that's another one done. Another little shot of something interesting from Parys Mountain. But now the sun's come out, and believe you me, there is not a single cloud in the sky behind us, and we're all dressed in 15 layers, waterproofs, Wellingtons and everything, just in case. Oh, look at that, it opens up even more there. Gonna have to have another shot here. This is amazing. Darren was going to go home 5 minutes ago, but he's now made up. Really is cool. What a wicked place. If you've never been over to Anglesey in North Wales, or if you're ever up this way, just check out Parys Mountain. Come and have a look. It's just a walk round a quarry, but the colours, you'll never see anything like like this. I've never seen anything like this in Britain anywhere. The colours are phenomenal, absolutely amazing. Come and have a look, you'll really enjoy it. So I've got another image, and this is quite a hard one to explain, but I'm going to show you, and this is a little technique to keep your eye on when you're out shooting at places like this. I'm going to spin you around and hopefully you can hear and see what I'm talking about. So we've got the tower, and I knew the sun was going to be behind. So if you're one of these people that like these sun stars and you get the sun up there, you need to get the sun rather than out in the open. You need to get it just catching the edge of the tower. So if you look for shadows, so you come around here and you look for the shadows and stand in this shadow point, you know you're going to get it. Now down here there's a small patch of light you can see there, and that, if I spin you around and show you, that is the light that's coming through the window. So if I now bring you down, you can see the light is coming through the little window at the top. So I've just taken a nice little sun star one. The sun's gone behind the cloud right now, so I've taken a nice little sun star one with the sun behind the cloud. There was sun behind the cloud, and there's another little window which I didn't spot, but when that cloud disappears, if it does, there's another little patch of light just here. So you get down near this patch of light, and when you look up, the sun's now reflecting through the bottom window, if you can see there. Well, it's behind the clouds at the moment, but that's kind of what I was doing, trying to get a sun flare and the sun star coming through the little tower, and I think it worked all right. So that's another image. I couldn't show you and talk to you about it, but to get that you have to go up to an f22. So the higher up you can go, f22, f18, f20, f22 is definitely the best way to get it. Depending on your lens and how many blades are in the camera, in the lens, will depend on how many blades you get on the star, and also how sharp they are by how good a quality a lens. It tends to be that way. And I've just walked straight into Darren's photo. Sorry mate, are you trying to take a picture? Oops. So let's get out of his shot. But these two guys are loving this. They're walking around taking loads and loads of snaps. And I need to get over the other side now, over to the pinks and reds, because this side is all bright colours. So let's go and have a look in the tower and see what's in there, and I'll show you what's in there and then we'll move on. There's a trig point here as well. So we've got a trig point as well, which Darren's just been photographing, the trig point and the tower, which is quite awesome in itself. Right, I'm going to take you in the tower and show you what's in here. If anything, I have been here once before, but apart from all the bottles and things, so there's a little doorway here. Let's just head on round, climb up on these few stones and go in through the doorway. And we're now inside. Oh, we're out the wind, and we've got little viewing windows, so you can see outside. A little bit of an information board. So this is obviously, looks like it was a windmill once upon a time, looking at that. A windmill, maybe for grinding the stone. And if you're good at reading, then you can have a look. 5-sail design of Summit Windmill was unique in its unique in Anglesey. This is good because I'm dyslexic, remember. And it is the only known example in British metal mines of a windmill being used to supplement a steam-powered pump engine. So there you go. I've read something to you as well. And look at these poor buggers having to go down in the mine like that. 1785. So, yeah, what we've got on this one. More information board, so you can do a steal and have a read if you can. So yeah, I keep saying so yeah, don't I? But this is actually inside a windmill. Let's just point you up so you can have a look up the top. Let's go back round. And, oh, don't want to go in, we want to go up, sorry. And up we go. There we go, and we're now looking up the top to where the sails would have been. Pretty awesome, eh? Right, back outside, long step down, and we're back outside in the wind. Right, let's grab these two buggers and get over the other side of the mine. We have climbed down. Nigel just suggested I might climb up onto the top and get a picture. I did have a go, but it's too slippy, too dangerous, too windy, no chance. But look what we've found down here. There is a little cave, and I'm going to take you in it, and I'm going to see if I can get out the bottom on the other side. And bearing in mind I might be on my knees and it's a bit slippy down here, I'm going to have a go and see if I can get through. Get me head through, get me belly through, squeeze myself through. It's only a Gore-Tex coat after all. And I've now come out the other side. And I think Mr. Nige is going to come and have a look. Come on, Nige, can you get through?
Like 18 stone or 50. All
18 stone. He's having a go. Look at that. He's getting brave. He's getting braver. This is why you shouldn't follow me. Oh dear, right, is everyone okay? You all still okay? No one's been sick? Yeah, we have. No, there's nowhere to go in front of us. He would have just bumbled a little bit, but yeah, that was good fun, wasn't it? Has that upped your heart rate a bit?
Yeah, we're going to go back that way.
Well, now we've come out this side, yes, I think we have. Oh, it's amazing though, absolutely amazing. Right, now, safety protocol. I do these things because I enjoy this little bit of a rush. Nigel said before he wouldn't do the things I do, climb on top of these pillars and hills and stuff, but I feel excited. I'm at my best when I'm feeling a little bit excited and I have a little bit of adrenaline. I try not to do anything totally ridiculous and stupid, but I do like to have a look and have a nose and just see, because you only live once. Preferably living a bit longer is fine, but it's just amazing to see. People used to work in this, they used to hang off ropes and climb down, and when you look around it's just shocking what they would do. It really is. So yeah, we're going to go back for the hole. I'm going to make sure Nigel's pacemaker's working fine. No, I do joke, but this is where I get my Gore-Tex coat all nice and dirty. But what a fun little experience. I know that Nigel wouldn't have done this a year or so ago. There's not a chance he'd have done this. So I'm very proud of him. The clouds have come back over now, so I'm expecting a shower in the next 5 or 10 minutes, because it's definitely over my head behind me. But I just wanted to show you the rest of this, because the colours here in this big quarry, and I might just take a quick walk down to the bottom, go down and have a look at the old car bits and stuff. There's a load of old debris down the bottom there, and if it's still down there, there's a sign down there saying don't go too close to the edge, and it's just really weird to take a sign that you know has crumbled and gone to the bottom that was on the edge. It's a bit ironic, but yeah, fantastic place this is. I do love this. Let me just spin you around. I'm going to zoom you in and show you some of the colours of the mountains. You've got shades of colours there coming down through here, different shades. You move around and you've got different layers in the cliffside there, different colours and textures. Go down to the bottom, you've got reds, you've got iron ore colours, you've got, I know it's copper, you've got the different stripes of copper, you know, tones of brown. Come around this side, you've got oranges, and there's a bit more yellows and reds. The colours in there when the sun catches it and the rains on it is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to take another shot from this angle, probably something like this, getting the little tower at the top, and then maybe just zoom in and get one of the colours and the stripes in the rocks there. And I am actually stood on the edge, and you can see how far down it is, and I do respect this, because this is all loose, and I wouldn't take the risk of getting that far to the edge, because there's no way to stop you going down that. But yeah, fantastic colours, absolutely. I was going to say tremendous, and I'm just going to edit that out because I'm not allowed to, it's not my word. Right, so let me talk about this image. Let me tell you what I'm doing. There's two people down the bottom. One of them's got a blue coat on them, and you're seeing them in the image, and they've actually just moved at the moment, so they're not in the bottom of the shot. But I've tried to keep this rock that's here in front of me all this gravel stuff, just so it gives you a bit of a texture and you're sort of looking down into the quarry. And then I've got this lovely line that leads you all the way around. I've got to be careful with the camera because the wind's going to blow it over, but you've got this nice line that takes you all the way around into the different tones into the cliff. And I think once this is processed and you've added a little bit of colour to it, just to pop the colours out a little bit, I think this would stand out really, really well and be a very impressive little photo. And I'm not sure those people are in it just now. Yes, they are, right down in the bottom. If you go looking for them, tell me if you can see the people in the bottom. It just gives it a sense of scale. It makes it look so, so deep. But I'm going to go down there now and take a similar shot from the bottom looking out. So here's another couple of shots just as the rain's just about to hit us, and I'll see you when it stops raining because I can't use this Osmo in the rain. It's coming now. We're going to get wet. Just look at the colours in this rock. Now I've started to climb down now. I'm not climbing, it's just walking down a path, but this rock beside me, just look at the colours in that. Aquamarines, there's reds, there's oranges, there's all sorts of colours in that. The ore coming out of that rock, and behind as well. It's just, I keep saying it's amazing, it's fantastic, but it fascinates me that there's stuff like this that people have never seen. And I'm going to spin you around. Look at this. I'm halfway down the quarry, and there's a person stood on the top. Can you see the person on the top? It just shows you how deep down this is. It shows you how much of a chasm this is, and it's fantastic. Darren and Nigel are waiting at the top. You can see Darren over in the distance, right over there. Look at him, stood at the top there. But yeah, this is something else. I think I'm going to take a shot of this. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of it with the colours and the textures and the grain and the lines. I think it's worth. I'm going to take three. I'm going to take 3 images, vertical, and I think all 3 images will go one next to each other, and I think it'll work quite nice if I can find 3 slightly different images with 3 slightly different textures to it. I think there's something there. I'm going to have a go. Now come down to the bottom. As you can see behind me, I was just up there by that big rock further up there, but I'm down the bottom now, and I thought I'd come down, just give you a quick look and show you what's down here. Now I'm not going to stop down here long. I'm not going to take any pictures down here because time's on our side, or not on our side, and we want to get to somewhere else for sunset later on if we're going to get one. But this is my tongues are tied. This is what's at the bottom. So we have got big large boulders which we know have come from up the top, and you can just see around there now that I was stood just up there when I took those pictures at the top. And we've got bits of car down here and all sorts. So if I zoom in and show you, we've got bits of car, bits of trolley, or bits of different things, and I'm sure you can't tell me what the car is that's buried in all that rubble, and there's more bits down the bottom in there as well. So there's loads of bits and pieces that have been shoved down inside this crater, if you like. But it's interesting. I find this stuff interesting and fascinating, so I thought I'd bring you down just to show you. There's another one over there as well, just to show you this one. Flick you around and zoom you in, and there's another one just at the bottom there as well. You can just see it sort of on that little piece there. So there's all sorts of stuff been chopped down here. So there, I've been to the bottom. The other two stayed at the top, so now I'm going to make my way back up the top and make our way round, because I know Darren's going to head off back and me and Nigel are going to head off to another little location which I have been to before. I'm going to go back because it's given for a higher tide and we've got wind, so the sea's going to be a bit rougher, and I'm sure you can probably guess where it is I'm going to go, but I'll leave you guessing why I think about how I'm going to get back out of this little quarry area without getting my feet stuck down a hole. Right, so I'm back nearly to the pathway, back on the pathway, and we're going to head back up now. See you at the top, where I'm going to show you the main viewpoint into the quarry, and then I'm going to check out and find the other two.
Sunset right out to the sea from our pedal as well, isn't it?
Okay, so let's end this video here. I think this is the classic viewpoint, or not quite, because there's a little building just there, a little wall and things that people go and stand on, which is a proper viewpoint, but we're looking right down now into the main crater, and it is a crater. It's fantastic. I think these images are going to amaze you by the colours in them. I just think you're going to be shocked by how many colours there are in such a small little place. It's just fantastic, and the essence of the little, or the leftovers from the windmill just finishes it off. Now I know there's a blue sky, and I hate blue sky because I'd loved it earlier on when it was all grey, but the blue really does contrast with these colours, and I think that's because the blue and the oranges and yellows and stuff in the ore, in the grit, is the opposite end of the spectrum. I think I'm right in saying that, so it just works together. But it's a fantastic shot. I've gone really wide on it. I've done f11 and f8 just to see if I can get the sharpest I can. I've got my foot on the tripod trying to stop it from vibrating and blowing away, but I'm pleased I brought them over here. Both the guys have enjoyed this. Been a bit of an experience, and it's one of those places where it's hard to get what I would call a good photograph, but you're going to get lots of photographs just purely by the colours and the textures and the different range that you get to see. I suppose they are good photos, but they're just not landscape photos, if you know what I mean. I know what I mean, or I don't know what I mean. I think Darren knows what I mean. He's nodding, he's saying yes, I know what I mean. But yeah, you get photographs, but they're not sort of classic-y landscapes. But yeah, fantastic. You can almost possibly be stood on Mars. I know they're doing trips to Mars, aren't they, at the moment? Well, not trips to Mars, but they're planning on trying to live on Mars, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, this has got to be what it's going to be like. Lots of red, lots of iron ore or copper ore or whatever I'm trying to spin the camera around while I'm talking. I'm sort of stuttering, so I'm going to edit all that little chunk out. This is what it would be like. All this fragmented pieces of colours and rocks and danger to walk on and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you watched it all the way through, hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely a different place to what a lot of people turn up to and go to. Maybe give us a comment and tell me what you think. Shall I try and find more locations like this, or should I stick... You're all right. Darren nearly fell over a rock. Should I stick to bigger landscapes and more popular places? But this is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. The thumbs up's really important. It helps all the algorithms, and the wind is blowing in my face. It does help the channel. It becomes more viewable because it's recognised that people are watching it and liking it. So it is very important you give the thumbs up. Same to any other guys you watch. So from the main viewpoint, I'm going to bid you farewell. Until next time, ciao for now.